What's happening right now is we're spirits having a physical experience, not physical beings having a spiritual experience. My name is Gregory Kamenides. I'm the author of Universal Spiritual Laws. I grew up in Salem, Massachusetts. I attended Northeastern University in Boston, Massachusetts. And I found my way up here to Maine, where life's just a lot less stressful, peaceful. It's beautiful here, I love it. 7 years ago, my father passed away. 3 days after he was buried, I had a significant dream. The dream awoke me to spirituality. Before that, I was a sleeper. I wasn't into spirituality, I wasn't into religion. I had that dream, and it was a life-changing, awakening dream. All of a sudden, I needed to meditate. A dream book to interpret my dreams. A woman, and her voice was saying, medium, 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 you're gonna be wealthy. And then I had this, it sat me up. The feeling was so intense. It was the greatest feeling that I've ever had in my life times a trillion. You can train yourself to have positive thoughts. The more positive thoughts that you have, happiness, joy, peace, you vibrate on a higher frequency. When you're angry, depressed, sad, then you vibrate on a lower frequency. Your job here is to practice being happy, being in a good mood. Your mood is everything. Your mood will dictate your day. So when you wake up every morning, it's important that you feel good, that you get a good night's sleep. Sleep is crucial. The 1/3 time that you sleep on earth will dictate how good your 2/3 of your waking hours will be. Because what happens is, right now we're in beta mode. You'll go home later today, you'll start to relax, you'll get into alpha mode. Then when you're laying in bed, right before you fall asleep, you're in what's called theta mode, okay? Theta mode is when you can change and reprogram your brain, because your brain is the most powerful thing in the universe. Theta is right before you fall asleep, you know, that nice good feeling right before you fall asleep. Then you get into delta when you're sleeping. Now theta, that's when you can reprogram your mind. And then when you're waking up, you go from delta back to theta, and that's the same time you can reprogram your mind in theta. The important thing to know is from age 0 to around 10 years old, you're in theta mode the whole time. So what you're doing is you're observing and you're recording everything that's going on around you. Those 10 years are crucial, because for the rest of your life, you're running 95% of the time, your subconscious is running off of those recordings of what you recorded from 0 to 10. There's only 2 ways to change your programming: soothing music or positive affirmations. That's the one way. The second way is to repetitiveness during the day. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am successful. The more you repeat these positive things, they will eventually slip into your subconscious. The universe has to affirm your beliefs. If you're a person who's like, oh, I can't do that, oh, nothing works out for me. Well, you're telling the universe that's what you want. And if you become aware of your inner conversations, you can police your thoughts. And whenever you start to have a negative conversation with yourself, just say, oh, I'm having a negative conversation. You can't eliminate a thought, but you can obliterate a thought with a better thought. So I can say affirmations till I'm blue in the face, but the secret is feeling it. You're never gonna become rich if you feel like you're poor, okay? You can ask for riches till you're blue in the face for years and years, but if you feel poor, then you're never gonna obtain riches. You have to feel as though you already have it. That's why the feeling is the secret. Your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions create your own reality. So if you think everything that you have right now, or that you've ever experienced, you've drawn to you yourself. Whether it's good or bad, You've created that. In the Bible, it says, I create light, I create darkness. So you're the one who creates the light. You're the one who creates the darkness. If your life isn't the way that you want it, use your imagination, because everything that you have and everything that you've experienced started in your mind. You've thought about it first. Oh, I want a house. You pictured that house. Eventually you got that house. Oh, I want a new car. You don't think about your old car, how terrible your old car is. You think about the new car. You think about what you want. You picture it in your mind, because everything that you think about in your mind will eventually, out here is the effect. So there's a law, it's called the universal law of cause and effect. The cause is inside of you. The effect is out here. It's called meditation. You relax in a chair and take a couple deep breaths, because you don't know it, but right now your body's a little tense. So if you think about it, you take some deep breaths. You just relax. You can feel your organs and your body just relaxing. And what's going to happen is eventually you'll have peace within. Peace within leads to peace without. Universal spiritual laws, they never change. They're concrete and they never change. One of the most biggest of the laws is the universal law of attraction. That law is you're a magnet that attracts what you think about. That's why it's very important to have positive thoughts, because the universal law of attraction is going to bring closer to you whatever you think about, whether it's negative or positive. Whatever you think about a predominant amount of the time will manifest on the earth plane. You're the one who's in charge of your feelings. You're the one who's in charge of your mood. Don't let this, the world is the effect. The cause is inside. Practice feeling good. It's very important to practice feeling good. I feel great today. That's how you turn it around. You might not feel great today. You might wake up and you might not feel that great. But then what happens is your day keeps progressing and you just start saying, I'm just great. I feel great. Things are going my way. Everything always works out for me. And then you'll just find out your day just keeps getting better. Your day just keeps getting better and better, which makes you feel better and better. So you start to vibrate at a higher frequency, because your goal here is ascension. There's a universal law of polarity. Unfortunately, this law is, you have to experience negative things and you have to experience positive things. Those are the only two things on earth. There's good and there's bad, there's positive and negative. Plain and simple. Those are the only two things that exist. So, you have to experience being sick. You have the flu, you experience colds, you experience heartbreak, when you're in love and you break up. You're sick and it's just terrible. The feeling that you have is terrible. But you have to experience the negative so that you understand how great the positive is when you are healthy, when you do feel good, when you are in love, when everything is going your way. So the universal law of polarity is you have to experience negative to know what positive feels like, and vice versa. There's a universal law of dharma. Dharma is like your moral compass. Dharma is being at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. It's your moral compass in terms of how you handle situations. If you can do something for someone, even if it's simple as opening a door, or just be a nice person. That's what Dharma is. It's just living life in a good way. And the opposite of Dharma is adharma. So adharma is you're an angry person, you're a mean person. And if you're aligned properly with dharma, you'll feel good. Like I helped somebody today, or I hurt somebody today. I hurt somebody's feelings today. That's kind of like adharma. A normal person is going to feel, you should feel bad about that. And you should want to apologize to that person. The law of resistance is, you come up with ideas in your mind of what you want. I want a promotion at work. I want a new house. So the law of resistance would be, oh, I'm not worthy of that. oh, I could never be in a good relationship. Oh, I'll never find a good person for me. You know, you're sending out resistance to the universe, which will hinder the manifestations that you're trying to manifest. You have to feel worthy, and that you do deserve that loving, caring relationship, that you do deserve that new, beautiful house. You have to feel worthy of it. So don't resist. Let it ease and flow. You do deserve it. When you're born to have abundance. There's plenty. The universe has an infinite supply of abundance. All 8 billion of us can have every single solitary thing that we want. Someone else does not have to fail in order for you to succeed. There's enough for everybody to have everything that they want, especially because everybody doesn't want the same thing. You know, everybody wants different things. One of the major things that I would want you to leave with is make sure you get a good night's sleep. Make sure you police your thoughts. Remember, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions create your reality. Practice your emotions. Practice feeling good. Practice feeling practice feeling joyful. Practice feeling grateful. Don't let the outer world affect your inner world, because it's the opposite. Your inner world is what affects the outer world. What I've learned before, when my father was alive, I thought everything happened by chance. The outer world dictated my inner world. And now I know that it's the opposite. And to make sure that my inner conversation is positive, and to know that I create my own reality with my thoughts and my feelings and my actions. The universe will reinforce whatever it is that you believe in. It'll bring people into your life that have the same beliefs. So if you don't like your world, change it. Change your beliefs and you'll change your life.